the idea to use the mask? Porque I think you start this, and this is why now you are used.
Basically, it's the way for me to not give the world the intimate picture of why I do what I do. I grew up reading magazines and watching, and I put together that some people would get pictures and film of themselves that they didn't like. So this is the way of hiding, my truth. So I can trust my art and be what I want, and then in return, never worry about it looking bad. You got to deal with this. I don't have to worry about my hair or my face or whether I look older or bigger or smaller, all that bullshit. I can perform and talk to myself under here. I can be irritated, I can be pissed, I can be in love, and I don't have to share that with everyone. They can just deal with what they have to deal with. This is all you need to know anyway. This holds my feelings of what I am all the time without ever escaping it.
You can do everything you want with the mask.
Yep.
First, I want to thankful for this time in Mexico City. I never thought that we're gonna have this opportunity to speak with you the first time, obviously, but in Mexico, and also not it's the first time we have the Notfest, the festival of Slipknot. Of course, the Mexicans we are excited about it, but what are your expectations about this first time for you in Mexico? I don't know if it's your really first time, if you come to vacation or something like that.
Yeah, I mean, I've been here on a cruise, no big deal, Cancun, Cozumel. But this is my first real trip. Our expectations are always the same, and that is just to do the very best we can. We don't expect too much out of the fans because we allow them to be what they are. But the voice down here is loud and clear. We were just going to do a regular show with a couple bands, and the fans spoke, and they said, well, Knotfest is something Slipknot, so we want Knotfest. We don't want to wait years and years for that. So the voice is a beautiful voice, and if they speak, they will receive. So I don't have expectations. I don't worry about ticket sales or money or these kinds of things. I just know it's going to be everything they want and everything we want. And it's going to be art as usual. And it's going to be a beautiful thing for everyone. And everyone's going to go home and they're going to remember that forever. And it'll help them not think about the past anymore. And once we're here, we always come back. We're just honored. We're lucky. Our fans are the best fans in the world. And hands down, if they speak, we listen. So we love our fans. So it's an honor to finally get down here and put on a proper show and give them everything we got.
Thank you, Sean. Of course, we know some of the experience, the live experience of Slipknot, not with fire, with all the range at the strongest force of the members of the band. That it's one of the most best acts in life, I think, for me. But of course, many guys don't know that this is experience with risk. No, you work with fire, with a lot of things. I don't know if each night you live an accident. I don't know how is live this every night. Sometimes, no, when you are in tour or you are in a festival.
Well, you do have to take it very serious. It is a very dangerous set. Everything's very heavy and made out of metal, and these things spin, and pyro is everywhere, and it's very dangerous, Slipknot. But we invented the danger, so somehow we dance with it, and it dances with us. We take it very seriously, though, because if you're not willing to dance, that's when you get taken out. but we always know that every show could be your last because it is dangerous. You know, I've been lit on fire from explosions, and that's not fun. You know, it's an accident, and you know, accidents kill people, and so it's a real thing. You know, and a lot of it isn't just that. You know, we have bombs and fire going off at certain times. It's not that. It's just the equipment and the people running the equipment. If they're experts at what they do, and you do have to take it very serious. And if you don't, you will get bit. Yeah, you will get bit.
You need to do the everything well.
Well, we always say with techness comes lockjaw, and if you work for Slipknot or in Slipknot, you have to have a tetanus shot because you're cut all the time. Everything's got rust. And when you get cut, it's a cut. It's not like a little scratch. I mean, something on that stage rips your coverall. Yeah, it's kind of the art that we made, but we love it. We don't want it any other way. And it translates out to those kids. They feel that danger. They're dangerous too. So we make a dangerous environment and we make it safe. And then it goes off without a hook, and then everybody goes home with a punch in the face.
I had the opportunity to saw my first time with Slipknot was in a Mayhem Festival, and was really is one of my best concerts in my life, and I recommend totally. How start your inspiration about these live shows? No, I think, or I remember that I read that you love the fire and the show of AC/DC, for example, but I don't know which other bands inspire you and influence everything that you do finally in your live acts.
I'd say the majority of my inspiration would come from something like a Pink Floyd, only because, in my opinion, they have, minor music and great melody and high content art and, things that move and movies and, that's the majority of what I want to do. My inspiration is try to bring something to metal that has never been created before or after us. And but then I take all my experience from being a kid, things like AC/DC and Kiss and things like this that just blew me away when I was a kid. When I went and saw AC/DC for the first time, it was on the For Those About to Rock tour, and they had two giant cannons that would come out, and Brian Johnson would be like, the song would break down, bloop, there'd be a big pause, and he'd be like, fire. And those cannons would go off, and everybody would jump, because so back in the old days, things were loud. Big, 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 big bombs. But what was cool was that the cannons were on each side of the stage. And when the smoke would come out, there'd be smoke rings. And Brian would be standing in the middle. And when he'd say fire, they would go off at exactly the same time, and the smoke rings would meet and go through each other right in the middle of the stage. And I recognized very early in my life that someone had to make that happen that way. That it took more than just an idea.
Yeah.
And that fascinated me. That, because art is we to me. And my show is only as good as my tech. We're in it together. So my show is only as good as the pyro. Yeah, I want stuff to blow up, but it's got to be blown up right. It's got to be blown up on cue. It's got to look good. So I got obsessed with all that stuff because it's lots of people talking about something that we're all going to get to see. So I love all that stuff, and I want that to be a part of Slipknot, but it's not the most important part of Slipknot.
No.
Yeah.
Of course, but it's one of the parts important of the band, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. By this time in our career, it's not just the music, it's not just the mass, it's not just the show, it's all of it. It always was, but people had to figure it out. You know, is the music most important? Are they big because they wear masks and play music? Are they crazy? No, no. We were telling everybody, this is what we created. It's never going to change. This is what we're bringing to the world right now. This is what we're going to do, and we're going to evolve it for the rest of our career. So now, you know, it's all of it. It's you can't have Slipknot without the masks or the show. You can't have the music. You know, it's all, you know, it's all Slipknot. It's one painting.
Yeah, I only want to know first to continue a question that I think in this moment, but maybe your first concert was with AC/DC or
Kiss.
Kiss
Kiss first show, yep.
in Iowa or
Yep. Des Moines, Iowa. It was like 12 or 13. I don't remember. They weren't in makeup. But man, I went to that show and you could smell things in the air. Everybody's drinking. A couple girls showed their boobs. Lights went out. Goosebumps. I was at home. I knew where I belonged for the rest of my life. And fortunately, you know, I was married before I started the band. And that is one thing I wanted to do probably more than rock and roll, was to have a family. So I've been very blessed and very focused because I have my soulmate, my best friend, who really encourages me to be this and allows me to be the best I can. And
your kids, I think now.
oh yeah, they just
Also.
yeah. My oldest is 24. You know, she's almost taking care of me at this point. But yeah, it's just been a blessed life, and I can concentrate just on my art, not get caught up in all the other bullshit. And yeah, once I saw that concert, I knew I was either going to work for artists or I was going to be an artist. One of the two.
You said that at Slipknot, not it's only the show and I think the music, no? I think you talk about Pink Floyd, about AC/DC, and I think all these bands transcend, evolve in something more bigger than. I think when you start this band, you never thought about it, no? You never think that Slipknot is gonna be that, no? And I read and I remember that you said that maybe someday Slipknot continue without the members of Slipknot, no, transcending something else. Maybe one of your kids continue the.
That's the Slipknot way. I mean, a lot of people can't wrap their head around that, but I think we're such a philosophy. And I look at like the new drummer. He's so young. You know, I could be his dad. And I think, well, shit, if I do this for 20 more years and he does it for 20 more years and I gotta go, he'd know how to tell the new people, you know, because we're telling him. And after long enough, he's gonna know. And, you know, and I think it'd be amazing to have something, because that's never been created in life. And that's what I'm about, is something different and real, you know. I don't want to be a cliche. I don't want to be an old man and somebody do me a favor because I'm broke and ask me to play and get up there and look horrible, and people are like, oh God, clown should have just not done this, you know. I don't have any interest in that, honestly. I see it all the time. Cops. But you know, a lot of it came about with me because I think about the members that aren't here anymore. And I kind of came up with a philosophy for myself that it's like, well, who's to say that we were all supposed to make it anyway? We're humans. Get caught up in all this garbage of what is, but the facts are who really knows. So with knowing that, why not? Why not think about the ultimate future? Let the legacy go on when I'm dust.
Yeah, but at the same time, you know, the fans and maybe we feel that no, we don't want Slipknot never end, no, or how can be Slipknot without Clown or without Corey or without the other guys, no. It's a little afraid, no. Like a fan, it's like no, I don't want that.
Yeah, but I've been doing this 20 years already. You know, I know what you mean. we'll see what happens.
Yeah, exactly. Clown, I know that you are always creating and you are always trying with new things, but you create movies, you recently work in an independent film, you create music, you have also side projects, you are acting. I don't know what else you want to need to experiment. I don't know if you want to.
I need to chill out. That's what I need to do. That's the only thing left to do is relax. I just can't relax. I don't know. It's kind of.
But I think that your mind not leave you.
I know it's gotten to the point too. I mean, I sit back and like my management can't even stand talking to me and stuff because it's like they wonder if it's ever going to be enough, anything, you know. And I'm getting to the point where I'm like, well, I have kind of done everything. You know, maybe not to the fullest extent, but I've tried everything. Some things I've tried I don't like. Some things I tried I want to do more of. But, God, I'm getting to the point where I don't know if it even matters anymore. You know, I just feel like, I don't know. I gotta chill out. Just take in life a little bit more.
Yeah, maybe it's time. But for example, you said that maybe in 2017, I think, we have a new album of Slipknot and a conception album and a double album. That needs a lot of work.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, like I said, I'm going to be doing this for a while, so we're going to make sure if we continue in the future that it's different. There's still some goals. It'd be nice to have a double album, especially a concept. But like you said, it takes a lot of work. If it doesn't show its face, then it won't be completed, you know.
No, I think that now you are in the best, in a great moment of a band. Of course, you live in different ages, but I think that the great chapter is almost half a year, no?
1 year, yeah.
Yeah, 1 year, and you said that the first, no? You live the past, you experiment difficult moments, and of course you're now are in other way. I think that the last album was necessary to live all those feelings, to get out, and now maybe we can see.
Yeah, we're definitely moving towards the future. A lot of bad things are done and over with, and just picking up the pieces and going.
Well, I think that for me, it's enough. We can talk a lot of time, but I think for now it's enough. Do you want to say anything else in special for your fans?
Yeah, I just like to say, you know, we love all of you. Thanks for constantly believing in us and yourselves. Keep yourselves safe. We'll see you December 5th, Mexico City, Toluca. Is that how you pronounce that?
Yeah, Toluca.
We'll see you there, and it's going to be a once-in-a-lifetime thing, and we're going to continue to come down here. So just keep your voice loud and clear. We're listening, and thank you for everything. Thank you.
Thank you, Clown.